Ghost of Yōtei is coming October 2nd, but it is in serious trouble right now. A lot of people are upset with Sucker Punch, the developers of Ghost of Yōtei, and have boycotted the game as well as canceled their pre-orders over the comments made by a former employee of Sucker Punch regarding the death of Charlie Kirk. For the record, I am a huge advocate of the First Amendment. I believe that everybody has a right to the First Amendment, and even if I disagree with somebody like Charlie Kirk, he did not deserve to be assassinated over his opinions. There's been a huge backlash throughout the gaming industry as several employees of these studios have said some pretty negative things celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, including a senior character artist named Drew Harrison. They had been with Sucker Punch since Ghost of Tsushima, as well as Ghost of Yōtei. Basically, this is what Drew said in response to the death of Charlie Kirk. I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bros got his back. A lot of people were not happy about what she had to say, and this was the most recent post by Sucker Punch. Actually, it was a repost from PlayStation's X account. This was on September 9th. So this is the day before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and this is the last time we've seen any interaction on the Sucker Punch X account at the recording of this video. So yeah, a lot of people are not happy with Sucker Punch and PlayStation over the comments made by one of Sucker Punch's employees. Once again, she was fired. And then she had a post which included the phrase, quote unquote, "I'll do it again, 100 times stronger," sparked widespread backlash from conservative online communities, leading to the harassment campaigns calling for her dismissal. As of September 2025, Harrison updated her LinkedIn profile to indicate she's no longer employed at the studio, though neither Sucker Punch nor Sony had issued a public statement confirming the reason addressing the incident directly. Reports also mentioned that two other PlayStation employees made similar joking comments about Kirk's death, but no action against them have been confirmed. The event has fueled discussion in gaming and political circles about free speech, workplace conduct, and online mob influence. And going back to the beginning of the video, I'm a huge believer and advocate for the First Amendment. Well, several aspects of the First Amendment, including freedom of speech. And this comes from Evelyn Beatrice Hall, who wrote Friends of Voltaire back in 1906. Quote unquote, "I do not agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it." That is how I feel about the First Amendment. And when Charlie Kirk was killed because of his opinions, whether you agree with them or disagree with them or somewhere in the middle like me, I wholeheartedly believe that the assassination of Charlie Kirk was wrong, even though, once again, I disagreed with a lot of things he had to say. While I find these celebrations to be disgusting, Drew did have a right to say what she said. However, if you happen to have the name of your company in your profile, like in Drew's case with Sucker Punch, that is not only a bad look for you, but also the company that you're working for. And understandably, a lot of people were upset about the comments that she made, along with other developers and other studios throughout the gaming industry. And while she had that right to freedom of speech, she also had to deal with the consequences of what she said. But we must also acknowledge the fact that Sucker Punch did fire Drew over her comments. They had no idea that she was going to say what she said following the tragic death of Charlie Kirk. But a lot of people have already made up their mind to cancel, pre-order, and boycott Ghost of Yōtei. However, I intend to still play Ghost of Yōtei when it comes out in a few weeks from now. The employee in question was fired, and there's a lot of other people at Sucker Punch that worked really hard on Ghost of Yōtei, and I absolutely loved Ghost of Tsushima. By the way, Riley and my very good friend Yuji Outlaw are both doing Ghost of Tsushima Let's Plays leading up to the launch of Ghost of Yōtei. So if you're interested in Ghost of Tsushima, check out Riley Blackfox as well as Yuji Outlaw. All three of us are still planning on playing Ghost of Yōtei when it comes out in early October, despite the terrible comments that were made by Drew Harrison, former employee of Sucker Punch. And once I'm done playing through the game, I will give you my honest opinion about whether or not I think it was a good, bad, or mid game, or worthy sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Do you still intend on playing Ghost of Yōtei as well, or is these comments by a former employee of Sucker Punch more than enough for you to cancel your pre-orders as well as boycott Ghost of Yōtei? Your thoughts, views, and opinions, welcome as always below in the comments section.